So a few weeks ago I saw a comment on my night sight review, and it was a chap claiming that his night vision was better, cheaper, lighter and more compact. So generally with things like this I'm a little bit skeptical. I sent him a message, sent him an email and said that if he wanted to send me a product to try, then I'd be more than happy to take a look and see what I thought about it. And he did. He followed through with what he said, and this is it. It's the Scopemate. Now it certainly is more compact and lighter than the night sight. I could see that straight out of the box. The battery is all self-contained and the IR unit is self-contained as well. So this puts out the infrared beam and the battery is just inside here. It attaches on the scope using one of these universal adapter type things, similar to what Masuda Eagle Vision makes for the night sight. The controls on the back are real simple. Just got on, off, IR on the side, a simple menu button, the option to record on the top or take a photo. You can change the screen brightness as well, which is really good. So if you're struggling to see, you can just whack the brightness up. But if you're concerned that the quarry, so the rabbits, can see you from the reflection of the screen on your face, you can turn the brightness right the way down, so there's pretty much zero glare. The setup was simple. In the box you get two of these little adapters. The thicker one is for a scope with a thinner, a smaller diameter eyepiece, and the thinner one here is for a scope with a bigger diameter eyepiece. So I've got the Hawk Air Max, that's what I use for pretty much everything. So I had to use the slightly smaller adapter just so it would slot over there. One of the other things I really liked was how easy it is to focus it on the crosshairs. There's a focus wheel on the bottom of the night vision unit here, and you can just focus it in within seconds and get a really sharp picture on the crosshair. And then to get a sharp picture, it's just a case of adjusting the parallax adjustment on your scope, and that'll bring everything nice and clear. So another thing that I was really pleased to see was it's a full HD display. So when you're shooting, everything is just crystal clear sharp. I must say that it is far sharper than the night sight. That is just a fact. And it also records in HD as well. So you'll see in a minute when I put the hunting footage in, you'll see that it's quite a little bit sharper than the night sight. I'll put the two side by side and you can see for yourself. But yeah, really quite impressive clarity. So on the website, I think it states that you can see up to about 200, might be 250 meters with this on full IR. I personally could see up to 150 meters. That was on the laser rangefinder. I know the farm well, and I could see a tree quite easily at 150 meters away. Anything further than that, I think I'd struggle to get a good quarry identification on it. Maybe with a slightly more expensive, higher end scope with better glass, you might have a better chance, but with my setup 150 is about the limit. If you want to see further, I'm sure you could add just another infrared torch on top of there and extend that range a little more. Something that has worked well with me while I've been using this is the night sight rangefinder. I'm pretty sure you can pick these up fairly cheaply now. They just bolt on the side of the gun, put that laser on your target, and it tells you instantly how far away it is. And that's a massive help when you're night vision shooting, because you've just got no perspective. There's no way of telling if a rabbit is 10 yards or 30 yards away in a field. Not so bad if you're shooting around sheds and things, because especially if you know the farm, you know how far away certain things are. But for me, field shooting, rangefinder is pretty essential for night vision. So I'll just put a little thing in here now just to compare the weights. This is the weight of everything that you need to use. So for this unit it's just this. For the night sight it'll be the screen, the battery and the mounts. I've never had any problem with the battery life the last few outings that I've been on. I still haven't charged it and it's still like got 3/4 battery left. One thing that I would like to mention also is you don't have to have this on a scope for it to work. You can use this as just a night vision spotter. It's got a pretty good field of view, and for spotting rabbits out in a field it's pretty ideal. You can even record on this as well, so if you're spotting, you can just press record, focus it in, and have some really nice night vision footage just from a plain view of a camera. Another thing you can do to this is connect it with your phone. I haven't needed to do that, but there is a Wi-Fi signal at the bottom and that shows you when you're connected or not. I believe all you do is download the app, connect it the same as you would as a GoPro or any other similar sort of camera, and yeah, watch the footage through your phone. To charge it, there's just a simple USB charging port in there, and that's where you put your memory card as well. Is there anything I don't like about it? Yeah, there are a few things that they could improve, I think. This universal adapter is good, but it could definitely be a bit better. Compared to Eagle Vision's, it's just not as solid, and it's a little bit more fiddly to put on the gun. There's also a little bit of play in there. It's only like a fraction of a mil, but it's just enough to be a little bit annoyed. A dot of glue or something would soon sort that out, but I'm going to send this to Masood and see if he can fix me up something nice for it. And if he does decide that he's going to put one of these adapters into production, then I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. The unit does feel a bit plasticky, but they've got to do that to keep the price down, so I completely understand. Not really a criticism, just a point that I thought I'd bring up in case you were expecting the whole unit to be made out of aluminium. This also makes a great daytime scope cam. The footage, like I say, is full HD, and it picks out the light really well, just as a normal camera would. I'm hopefully going to get a lot of use out of this, ratting this winter, and then a bit of rabbiting throughout the year, and maybe a bit of foxing as well. So keep an eye out, and we'll maybe have a later review of the longevity of this unit. So I haven't been paid to say any of this about this Scopemate. They sent it me for free, but I can pretty much say what I want. Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would. I don't generally review things that I wouldn't recommend, and to me this is probably the most ideal bit of night vision that you can have, especially if you're just getting into it or you've only got a small budget like me. No doubt people are going to ask me how it compares to the Pard. I wouldn't know because I've never used one and I don't own one, but a friend of mine is getting one, so maybe if I get my hands on it I could be able to do a comparison of this and the Pard. These retail for, I believe, £250 the last time I checked, which is probably the cheapest bolt-on night vision add-on that I've seen, and to be honest it's definitely the best unit I've ever used in that sort of price range by quite a considerable amount. The price may change, so I'll leave a link in the description to where you can buy one and get the latest updates. So that's pretty much all I've got to say. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you're having any questions about this, just leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Like I say, the link's in the description. I don't think you'll go far wrong, and the guys over there I've been communicating with have been fantastic, so I'm sure if you have any problems at all, their aftercare service will be spot on. So thanks for watching, see you at the next one.